Welcome to Foundations of American Education. We are very excited for you to take this class online and want you to be as successful as possible. So we're providing this tutorial to you so that you can understand how to navigate through the course and find what you need. When you first log into Canvas, you'll just mouse over Courses and then choose the course that you want to see. So right now we're in a demo version of Foundations of American Education so that you can see it, and it looks something like this. All right, now there are a couple of things you should be familiar with in Canvas before we even get started in the course. First of all, in the top right corner of your screen, you should see a settings area. And in that settings area, you can change your notifications, your email address, you can even put in a text messaging number so that you're sure to get the announcements and messages from your professor in this course. So please be sure to go up, again, it's going to be in your top right corner, go up and change those notification settings so that you're always aware of what's going on in the course. All right, now in the actual course itself, you're going to use the modules area to navigate. Some students try to do everything through the assignments area, and this is really not going to give you what you need as far as the content of the course. All the assignments area does is give you this overview of what's due, with very limited instructions on how to complete it. So please use the modules area over on the left. That's why it's just below home in your navigation menu. When you get to the modules area, you'll see a list of the different lessons that you'll go through in this course. And we're going to take these fairly sequentially. There's one instance, lesson 3 here, where you're going to get 2 weeks to work on the lesson. But otherwise, we do about 1 lesson per week. You're going to start the first week of the course by going through the course orientation, and we'll also do lesson 1. To begin, you simply click on the course orientation introduction, and you'll do this with every lesson. The introduction will give you a brief overview of what will be addressed in the course, the intended learning outcomes, or what we expect you to be able to do when you finish this lesson, a list of activities that you'll complete as part of the lesson, and then any assessments that you have to submit as part of this lesson. And you'll notice for the course orientation that we're not actually submitting this assignment until the end of lesson 1, because we're doing both of those lessons this week. When you finish reading through the introduction, simply click Next at the bottom of your screen and walk through each page of the lesson. Please do that. Don't skip ahead. Don't go by the assignments. Come in and actually go through the content because that's going to give you the knowledge you need to be successful. So you can see that there's going to be content on each page. It'll take a variety of forms, from videos to links to articles that we'd like you to read, as well as assignment descriptions and discussion boards. So this week, the first week of class, you'll be going through the course orientation once again, as well as lesson 1, where you'll learn a little bit more about why this course is online. Now within the orientation, if you take a look at the anticipated schedule for the course, that'll give you an idea of the breakdown so that you can kind of manage your time. As you look through, you'll see what lesson you should be on for any given week, as well as the assignments that are due that week. As we scroll down a little bit, you'll see there is one assignment that can be completed at any time. That would be a good one to get started on immediately, is it requires you to attend a school board meeting, and you're going to want to do that when you have some time available rather than at the last minute later in the semester. Another assignment that you can complete earlier, if you would like to, is the Professional Learning Community paper. This is your key assignment for the course, and you don't have much time that last week of classes to complete it, so you really might want to get started on this lesson 13 early. As for the rest of the lessons, you are welcome to work ahead if you would like to, but you do need to note that anytime we have a discussion as one of the assessments, those discussions require you to do an initial post and then come back a couple of days later and respond to your peers' posts. So if you do choose to work ahead, make sure that you put on your calendar the need to come back and respond to your peers so that you're not missing out on that opportunity to learn from what your peers have to say. All right, so that is your brief overview of the course. Again, you're going to want to navigate from the modules area. Simply click on the introduction and then walk your way through. We strongly encourage you to preview the lesson at the beginning of the week and then budget your time accordingly, as the lessons do vary a bit in the amount of time required. They should all fall into that 6-hour window, however. As this is a 2-credit course, you should spend about 2 hours learning the material and around 4 hours completing assignments. Some other areas to be familiar with in the course are, of course, the assignments area, where you can go at any time to submit assignments. So you don't have to feel like you have to march through the module, get to the assignment, and do the assignment right that minute. You can always come back in the assignments area to submit it. The discussions area is another area to be familiar with. Even though the assignments and the discussions are all woven into the modules, sometimes it is nice to just come in directly to the discussions area and find what you need. You can, of course, check your grades here and look up contact information or some limited information on the people in the course as well. We have a couple of quizzes which you can access through this area, the quizzes area, or again in the modules. These other tools may or may not be used depending on how you choose to engage in the course and how your professor chooses to engage with you, but we've left them available just in case you need them. All right, that's your brief overview of how to be successful in your Foundations of American Education course. If you have any questions at any time, please contact your professor and get feedback. It's really easy with an online course to forget that you have a professor there available to answer your questions. So please feel free to contact your professor. There's also a discussion board here in the modules area under the course orientation, where you can go at any time to post questions to your professors or other students and get feedback that way as well. All right, thank you so much. Enjoy the course, and we hope that you find it a successful experience.